I think that to me, there were a couple of different standout players depending upon what game you looked at. It was Coop in game number 1. He also had a fabulous game number 2, but I think it was still Jonas and Fam for game number 2 that was the MVP on the Darkseer. Didn't get to watch much of the Empire series. They were playing off against Pavaga, and it was a 2-0 there as well. So we were kind of making our way through these series, easy peasy. I'm going to readjust my floor mat real quick. Wonderful. And now we're getting ready to hop into this game. So, big things to watch for. Game number 1, it was from Aachen a CK that kind of went insane, comboed together with a Grimstroke Lich. So this time around Empire, they ban out the Lich, they take the Grimstroke for themselves, and then it's going to be Aachen taking the CK and now the Pangolier. They were playing against a Pango when they were running the CK, and I think maybe they were a little bit concerned about how much work it did. It wasn't like the be-all end-all, but it looked okay, right? It's a good way to disrupt illusions. Also, I think in general, this hero can kind of just be a monster in team fights around the Roche Pit. The CK getting the Aegis in game number 1 for Aachen, I think made a really big difference. The fact that they were able to go in, contest for Roche, and then take it felt very, very strong. So I don't know. It was good all in all. Very, very strong.
Radiant team ban.
I think now, if you're looking at this draft and you've got Doom Grimstroke, it's kind of a nice combination because Doom can be a very strong laner. You can run in with the Inkswell, just Infernal Blade people, make them sad. But this is something that I've talked about a lot. I don't think that these heroes with like long cooldown ultimates are the way to go with Grimstroke, always. I think they can be very strong. Like, Doom inherently is just such a good ability that it's balanced around the fact that you can only cast it on one person. With Grimstroke, that makes it different, where you can suddenly cast it on 2. But really, I think the strength of this Grimstroke hero is with heroes with low cooldown spells that you can like go in over and over and over again. Because if you're waiting for Inkswell and Doom to be up at the same time every time you want to fight, then you're kind of losing out on the strength of it. To me, one of the strongest combinations that you have with Grimstroke is something like a Shadow Shaman, where you have like AoE abilities that do so much damage. So you have like Aethershock, which suddenly hits out 2 casts of it, and it's a tremendous nuke. You've got ridiculously long disables, and this is another hero where his abilities are balanced around the fact that you're doing a hex on one person, but it's low cooldown. So every time Soulbind is up, you can potentially get like 2 hexes, 2 shackles on one person. So to me, that feels like very, very strong. I kind of like Splinter Blast with Grimstroke. That seems kind of cool, because now you're, no matter what, gonna get like the double hit onto. Well, you're gonna hit Splinter Blast onto both of them, but it's a question of now, like, if there's a third hero nearby him, you're doing a ton of damage to that third hero, and it's the same type of thought as what you see from a Lich, where even if you're like soul binded to another illusion, that doesn't necessarily matter because you're still gonna get the Splinter Blast off. So if you just soul bind CK anywhere, and he pops his ultimate, you're gonna clear through a lot of those illusions. Kunkka, I think less good against the CK now. I don't know. You can still clear through the illusions somewhat. I think this hero is actually not as strong.
Radiant team back.
Well, we'll get back to that in a second, because we got other things we can talk about. For Aachen, it's going to be Puck and Witch Doctor taken. So I think Puck's a hero that's seen a lot of renewed value now with the leash mechanics working with Puck. It is
10 seconds.
It's a hell of a lot better because you can like break BKB TPs now.
5 seconds remaining.
There's a lot of different things that this hero provides, just keeping people stuck in an area.
Radiant team pick.
The thing that I'm a little bit concerned about, well, actually, I'm not actually that concerned about it. Okay, couple things to talk about. Immediate response comes out the Troll Warlord. So this is the same strat that Aachen basically ran in the last game, except they don't have Lich Grimstroke now. So what I was going to say is that oftentimes we've been seeing Puck as an answer to Juggernaut because you can't spin TP away. The leash mechanic latches you onto him, and then you're in trouble. The thing with Kunkka is that I think this hero is actually strongest in like an offlane role now. I've seen it a couple of times in pubs recently, and I think that in the mid lane, you accelerate really quickly, you come online, you can start dominating the map, but you fall off so much harder against the other carries. And maybe that's where Doom is hoping to make up the difference, is that you're going to have like, you know, you can just take somebody out of the fight from the get-go and use Grimstroke to like double down on that. But I don't know. I don't know if I love it. I think I like Aachen's draft more. To me, it feels like the problem that I would have with Aachen's draft is it's like, okay, you kind of keep people in one area with the puck. Jonas and Van needs to have a really good game. But I think that he's set up to do that. Like, this offlane puck could be really, really good. But we will see, ladies and gentlemen, game number 1 here in the upper bracket. We'll take a look at what that bracket is. Needs to be updated a little bit to add in Empire moving to the upper side of that and Pavaga moving down. But Aachen versus Empire. Game number 1.
Prepare for battle.
So yeah, I think that this to me feels like, ooh, that's cool. Get down the ward early. Just gets that extra little bit of movement speed out there. Do they spot him in time? No, but he will spot the Kunkka. Stands there hoping to see somebody place an award. Won't happen.
Step lively now. Your admiral is on board.
And because of that, I love that taunt. It's so good. The real test, if you're a real Kunkka player, is can you make it so that when you taunt, just by clicking backwards and forwards, he faces the same way every time.
Seconds to battle.
With the Murana one where you spin around in a circle, it's really easy. You just walk in a circle like that while she's doing the taunt, and then she just like does her little like dancy prancy thing, but she's facing the whole way, the same way the whole time. It's pretty great. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Mr. Screen is super dead. First blood. Dream takes it. And that is going to translate into 2 for 2 bounty runes. 3 for 1 bounty runes, excuse me. Jonas and Fam lane swapping. Messing up the Troll's block. Solid. So they want to try and get this Puck versus Jug matchup, apparently. In the meantime, the Winter Wyvern is in the area. They ping it out. They know that he's over there, so they're going to send the courier the other direction. What? The courier's named Mini Screen? Dude, that's insane. He's got a courier named after him in the game. What a player. So it's going to be the Puck, or rather the Pango position 4. Interesting. Hoop has always been like one of those players that is willing to try out weird and unorthodox stuff, and we'll see if it pays off here. Oh, buddy. Oh, he breaks the salve. Does he live through it? Oh! Tip that man. Tip that man. Break the salve. Oh, that was glorious. Oh, don't die now, though. Oh, jeez. He gets the salve. What a player. That was sick. That was amazing. That was unreal. All right, new favorite player. Kudos to him. Bottom lane, missed that one. Sorry. I'm so titillated here. Oh, do it again. Do it again. He can't. He's dead. All right, he overstepped his bounds there. All right, there's no way that you can all chat right there after he just owned you previously. There's no freaking way. Come on now. Get yourself together. A time and a place for everything. So there's 4 to 1 kills so far. 1,000 gold lead.
8 knots and full ahead.
But you can see already the dominant laning stage that Empire has. It is a little bit different, though, because Jonas and Fam now has sort of been able to take back over the lane. It looks like they're following, or still going to be matched up against the Jug here. In the meantime, Coop has taken whatever CS he can take. B-Tune had an amazing CK earlier. Break another salve. This guy has been causing a lot of trouble for this troll warlord. God, it's so good. Oh, misses the torrent though. Nice play by SH. The torrent mind games are definitely something else that you need to keep your eyes on. That was one of the other changes to Kunkka that I think made a really big difference. The fact that you don't have to turn where you're torrenting now. You just cast it. Hello. Almost back in again. The silence. Needs to be careful. Oh, has another orb in 4. A lot of base damage on this puck, but good dodging through the trees. Keeps that Winter Wyvern alive. Troll Warlord, is he okay? Doesn't have any regen. If he steps up to lane again, he can potentially go down here. And he's going to pop the salve and heal back up again. Have the courier move in. Screen, meanwhile, take down the Doom. Big plays. Still living through that one. There's a regen rune bottom. The other strength of this Kunkka is being able to go for the XTP plays afterwards. Looks like the last couple of CS, Troll is kind of caught up a little bit. And with that regen rune, you feel a little bit bad about popping the salve. But that's okay. You can come back in, maybe throw a torrent from the start. Actually taking no point in X right now, Maiden. Just gonna go down there. V-Tune should be able to walk away from this one. You do have another Stroke of Fate in a second. Pop stick and use it. Oh, almost got him. But yeah, a very interesting build here. He's just going all flat out damage. And Torrent is pretty decently scaling. The slow duration, I think, is one of the big things that people don't think about that often. The problem, of course, is that you need to be able to hit those blind torrents. It's the most important stuff, but can do it.
Dire are scanning.
So it looks like Empire will take 2, maybe 3 runes? Yeah, they got 3. It's been a very blood-filled game from the beginning, though. Lots of damage going back and forth. CK's still having a good time here. In spite of that pressure. Puck has been able to have an okay time as well. Winter Wyvern, need to run away. Does decide to turn back into this, though. Inkswell on the Maiden. Winter Wyvern comes back down to the ground. The slow coming, and Wyvern should be able to escape from that one screen. Another punch. Need to get in range. They get the kill with the Pangolier. Now Maiden turns to fight onto V-Tune. They do have another Inkswell, or rather Stroke of Fate, but too much damage coming out here. Bottom lane, Puck able to escape from the pressure that was being put on there. And mid lane, looks like they're going to be fine. So 6 minutes in, 4-5 on the kill score. It's about 1,000, less than 1,000 gold lead. Levels wise, is there anything we need to watch for there? It looks like things are relatively even. Grimstroke's been able to get a lot of levels. I think that's because a lot of his other teammates have been dying in this lane. He's been getting solo experience. And then the big winner is going to be Kunkka with this level 6. If they come and gank him right now, this actually is really deadly. If they get a TP rotation, he's able to get a boat off. They actually could be dead. Wilson Fam reveals himself after the Invis rune comes out. Do have level 6 on Jug, makes things really scary. And as they see that it's level 6 for the Kunkka, they realize, yeah, we can't really do much here. Gonna be able to find a stack for himself on this Kunkka. And clear through the creep wave afterwards. Top lane, Maiden has the regen working for him, but with the Maledict, it's gonna be enough that they get the kill. And Witch Doctor, 3-2-2 on the scoreline. Not in his play, though. He's been owning. Ownin', ownin', ownin'.
Agent are scanning.
So we're gonna get some wards down for the Winter Wyvern. I'm really surprised that they've decided to go for the no X build on Kunkka. Like, obviously the value is that you get some extra damage, which will be better for farming. It's going to be better if you can hit those torrents, but you really do run into a level problem with Kunkkas. Like, I've seen Kunkkas occasionally just keep it at 3 points in Tidebringer, and then that way you get your X levels up earlier and you can start ganking around the map. Oh, dodging away, V-Tune trying to TP out, he gets away! That was sick. Well done. Screen giving him the tip. He likes what he sees. That was very well played. So Omni Slash down. They don't find a kill with it.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
But like I said, they will have some trouble keeping people under control. Probably the best thing that you could say is like going for a Winter's Curse setup and you just like drop a torrent boat afterwards. That could be pretty strong. It's not that hard to
Dire's
time.
top tower is under attack.
Looks like they want to try and set up for this kill onto Kunkka yet again. I would imagine he takes another point, or he takes a point in X here, finally. Needs to be careful. He can get his boat off. He's in trouble. This man is a dead man. Got silenced as well. Lucky shot.
Dire are scanning.
Makes all the difference in the world. In the meantime, Doom has 18 regen, 26 regen, because that's a thing. I don't think you're killing this man. I don't think you're killing him. I don't think you're killing this man. V-Tune, I don't think you're killing him, buddy. That's a problem. He hits him with the shockwave, the chase forward, and the spin. They find the kill. I mean, I don't want to say I told you, but that happened.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
God, Doom has just got so much regen. Like, he ate that other Devour creep. He also has the Unholy Aura. He's got a Mango working. Had stick charges. Underneath tower, so he had the bonus armor. Like, it's just not going to work. Oh, what a player. Look at that guy. Hits the torrent screen. Will eventually hit the deck as bounty runes galore. Aachen able to pick up 2, it looks like,
Tower is under attack.
on the top side of the map. Yonason fan picks up that one. Going for the Midas. I like that. I mean, if they're just going to wait out for late game, do you go Midas on CK too? He's kind of queued up.
Dire's structure.
He's a ways away from it, though. It's going to be a little while. Why am I on current gold? Jesus. So, levels-wise, this is something to be a little bit concerned about, is that your Wyvern isn't high level, but the big thing is, like, just compare what the levels of the carry is right now. The CK has kind of been hampered in terms of those levels, because he got Tri-Lane and he kept on getting denied, but he has been able to keep up his gold at least. They do kill off the Doom. Pangolier making that happen. Alright, time to get my head back in the game. Sorry, guys. Took me a second. I was trying to reconsider where we were at in the game. So he does go back for point X now. It's going to be a while before he can really start to like put the pressure on all across the map. And you look at your other avenues for initiation. It would be like Winter Wyvern, Winter's Curse, set up things with Torrent. Juggernaut doesn't really set up his own kills. Maybe Doom could have been the one to do it, but he's going like a drums build and just going to try and run into things. So I think right now if you're Empire, kind of just like holding on. You're going to try and push out lanes on the side with Grimstroke, keep that tower alive if possible without having to commit too much. You're probably just going to like sit the Kunkka mid and keep him farming. 2 points in X I don't think is enough to like kill still. Like the initiation range is just not long enough. You compare that, you get an extra 200 range when you get to level 3X, and that can make a pretty big difference. Simultaneously, though, I don't know if Aachen really are going to be in a position where they can pressure for fights either. Like, this puck going for a Hand of Midas kind of slows down their timings as well. Oop, just gonna go for the roll away. See you later, guys. Has Javelin. Has another one queued up afterwards.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's top tower.
Do they find this kill onto V-Tune? They don't. Oh, they do have level 6 now. All right, yeah, he's dead. They should have him here. Torrent, a little bit off the mark. The slow is there, and Jukes wasn't gonna be enough.
Dire's top tower is under
A cheeky attempt, but yeah, they get the kill. Still, it is 4 heroes, and several of them TP'd, so that means immediately Aachen make the move towards mid, and they should be able to get this tower.
is under attack.
So, you send in all those heroes, I don't think that's actually worth it. Winter Wyvern, probably just dead. They use the Winter's Curse, but still keeping this troll alive. Taunted now, but yeah, they get this kill, and you can't move in the rest of the heroes because you TP'd everybody bottom. Maybe the Jug can make this happen here. Slowdown, Silence is there as well. Now they move in with the Kunkka. All right, that's big. Does have Berserker still. No, it doesn't have the mana. Oh, Battle Trance. Didn't come out in time, and Screen now also in trouble. So, again, you can see the idea there from Aachen. Pressure the tower afterwards. Maybe he can get the Jug. He gets the spin and run away. I mean, that's the thing, right? Like, that looks good for a moment. You can't spin and TP away, but you can't just spin and walk out of the tether. You're definitely going to need an Ags this game for Jonas' fan. Definitely, definitely, definitely. That shouldn't happen.
Dire's structures are fortified. Dire's middle tower
So-
is under attack.
What's the state of the game right now? 9-9. Empire is up 2,000 net worth lead, though. And Kunkka, level 10. Very big power spike. With that 40 extra damage. V-Tune just going to try and run away. God, if they caught sight of him. Is he in range? They're pinging. They have an idea that he's over here. Screen, though. Going to provide cover for his teammate. Make sure that they can't find that kill. Oh, they see each other. They're like, who wants to hang out for the bounty rune? Oh, the Witch Doctor did not see him.
Dire's middle tower is
The
under
freaking Grimstroke just hiding behind the tree and then walking out in Phantom embracing him. That was pretty cool. I like that. Alright, Empire. Take the 10th kill. The disarm! Oh!
Radiant's bottom tower
He's been getting all of the lucky shots at the right time. And now, oh, forces out the spin. If he's not careful, he might have overextended here a little bit. Can't TP because there's the Dream Coil there, and Soulbind connects him to 2. You need to run away. Thinks, well, wants to move in for the Doom. Oh, just outside of range. Doesn't connect.
Dire's middle tower
Meanwhile,
is under
bottom lane, they're going to TP, try and find this Troll Lord, which they won't be able to do, and now Aachen want to try and find somebody on the retreat, which they also won't be able to do. So we just stand pat again. Take out the catapult. Clear through the creep wave. Now put the pressure on again. Empire still 2,000 gold lead. So 16-minute mark.
Regeneration.
I'm pretty okay with Aachen going into the late game, though. Like, CK Troll sounds very scary, and I don't think... Like, these heroes are going to have damage issues going later. Kunkka, mitigated by armor. Now, with his cleave... Granted, you do have that level 25 talent, which can change things, but I think Empire need to be pressuring. Like, Double Doom is good and all, but damage-wise, I don't think it's enough to, like, end the game. And oftentimes, you're just going to end up soulbound to an illusion anyways. Screen dropping the ward before he dies.
Can't even help yourself, Doctor.
But that's why you see like this armlet build coming out from the Kunkka. Wants to try and get into as much damage as early as possible so that way he can put the pressure on. This can't happen though. Oh, Winter's Curse to turn it. Wants to find this kill, seeing if they can take him down. The split already coming out as well. Can they kill off Jonas and bam! Out of there. Buys back. Orbs in. Oh, but he got out. Oh my god, they lose the Winter Wyvern, but they wanted to chase down for this guy, and now the Soulbind onto 2. Omni Slash, that doesn't work where you get double of them, but still chasing forward and getting the Doom onto that Pangolier could be enough. If Maiden gets in a position, only a second there for the stun onto screen, but the X is going to connect, and now the slow meltdown. Pangolier looks like he is still going to live through this Doom, but that keeps him out of the fight. So 2 down for the cost of 1, and the coil used, but not able to make the difference for the Jug.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
So yeah, I think that Empire need to keep this pressure on, and they're doing a good job of it. Thinking about Roche soon, do they have the means to take Roche? They don't really have the best heroes for it. The Vlad's isn't up yet for the Doom. But hypothetically, they could go for it with like Drums and Vlad's done. Or even if they take a wipe, then it's open to them, but... I don't know what happened. Something happened. Oh, they dropped in a Sentry Ward as soon as the Observer was placed? I don't know.
Arcane power.
So they take down that one Observer Ward that was placed earlier.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And 4,000 gold lead. Looks like Aachen moving down to the south. While Empire take the second to last tier 2 tower
Top tower is under attack.
on the top side of the map. Do they want to defend this tier 1 tower bottom? I think you just move in and take mid instead. Like, this tower is not that important. They're going to glyph for it, buy a little bit of time. Yeah, Maiden is going to move mid, and I think that they rotate. They're going to force them back first to top. And then once they respond to that, they can head mid. But this is a really good play by Aachen. Instead, they want to try and take this fight mid, see if they can take down Maiden first, and that forces the fight from Empire instead. Really good movement there from Aachen. So they recognize, okay, everybody else from Empire is up top. They want us to respond to that. We're going to respond to it by pushing pressure in the mid lane. It's really good stuff. That's the thing, even if the execution isn't always there, like, the decision-making from Aachen has looked really good. And that's what you get when you have a veteran captain like Screen. Like, this guy's been in the scene forever. Oh, you can't give up a kill here, though. Yeah, need to get the hell out of here, buddy. Overstayed and gonna be punished for it. The boat followed up with the torrent. They have the silence down as well. And this guy in trouble. Use the Omni Slash even. Yeah. That was not wise. So that is a problem. Definitely for Aachen. But defending the top tier 3 tower, they took some damage onto it. Simultaneously getting that kill mid. They overextend top, which Empire is able to finish off the kill there. And now they can move in and try and put the screws to him, taking the mid tier 2 tower. Doom should have the Vlads very soon. Just a couple hundred gold away. And then once you have the Vlads, you can move in, take down Roche. You're in a good position. Easy peasy. 3,000 gold lead. Bottom, Jonas and Fam trying to make space. He is finally going to have his Blink Dagger now. While also finishing off the Midas. So their team fight is starting to look pretty good. But the timing of hitting this up with also getting the Vlads for the Doom feels pretty solid. Shockwave, push out the creep wave ASAP. Screen, just taking a walk on the wild side. Oh, and V-Tune caught again. Although, does he turn this back around? Ah, Reality Rift chasing, gets the healing ward down. A battle also in the mid lane here as they want to try and find this kill onto Troll Warlord. Doesn't have the mana yet again for the battle trance, and the jump forward, they've got themselves this kill possibly onto that Juggernaut, but the double Winter's Curse, now the Torrent, they're going to buy back on the Troll Warlord. They want to try and take this secondary fight. I don't know if it's going to quite be enough, the double Splinter Blast, but the Doom wasn't able to hit onto 2, so they only Doom the CK. Good job being able to find him through all of those illusions. They X, they pull him back in with the Torrent, not quite on the mark. I believe that it might have been a silence on that Kunkka. The regen working for this Doom is eventually going to try and find this kill onto the CK. He goes down. The CK decided to run back in. He might have had his armlet working, which could have been part of the reason behind it. But final tally ends up being 2 for 1 with a buyback, I think. if I'm not mistaken. 3 for 1 with the buyback, right? Because the Witch Doctor died at the start of the fight. How is that, like, even? What the hell? Am I crazy? 3 heroes die and they buy back. It was 2 of their cores. But it's still even? I guess Jug is just that far ahead. That him dying makes all the difference. Like, 788 gold. Oh, didn't get the jaunt off. Oh, that hurts. That really, really hurts. That was your way to fight the fight. And now, moving into the pit. This is Empire looking rather, rather good.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
So into the pit they go. Looking like they want to come and contest for it, though. And they get the silence onto the Pango, who is stuck up on the high ground, and they find the kill. Oh, man. You wanted to move in. You wanted to make that move to try and contest for Roche, but end up feeding your life away. It's not really the biggest deal in the world. Like, 30 seconds, I don't think that they're going to be able to push down a lane in that amount of time. And 27 minutes, a 5,000 net worth lead for Empire. And Aachen running into some trouble, needing to come up with answers. Jonas and Fam, everybody's back alive again, so they can take this fight. All right, smoke up. Looking to try and find an opening here. Again, double Doom. A Winter's Curse could be the great setup that they need. Dream is just up in front and taking down this tower. The wraparound's coming, though. They found themselves one. This is the Kunkka right from the get-go. But now they're moving into position, and they're going to have the double Doom. It's not quite on mark, though. With the Omni Slash and the Mute there, it's going to be enough. So they find themselves 2 kills. There's no buyback. And now the Winter's Curse. The CK is killing himself. Lordy, lordy, this is a problem. Game is good, as Empire is going to take this one, and they're just done. Yeah, you can't do that. Empire, own and face, and man, Aachen struggling to come up with answers. That was very, very well played. Like, I think as soon as they didn't like take that one fight, there were so many good plays by Aachen in this game, but like it was just very well executed from Empire. They knew what they needed to do. We need to win at this point. We need to hit really hard, take down the towers one after the other, then move in, take Roshan. And even though I felt like there were some solid moves from Aachen, they were always sort of on the back foot from the beginning. So ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for game number 1. I think that this is still probably a closer series than we saw before, and there's a decent chance that they can pull it back in game number 2, but stay tuned. We'll find out in a little bit. Ladies and gentlemen, CIS qualifiers for StarLadder Minor continuing right after this.